viewers, welcome back to another episode of Maxwell Starr's beer review. Tonight, I've got another solo review for you, and this time I'm going to take a look at another one I've been sitting on for like 4 or 5 months now. This one is from Mill Street. It is their Belgian style wit, weighing in at a whopping 5% ABV. It is a flavored wheat beer. Flavored wheat beer. Alright. I suppose it's orange. Mill Street Belgian Style Wit is an unfiltered, refreshing beer made with a unique blend of ingredients, resulting in cloudiness, give the rise to the term wit, or white beer. Ingredients: water, pale barley malt, wheat flakes, dried orange peel, there's your flavoring, ground coriander, and hops. So this is one that appeared in New Brunswick, well, when I bought this was probably, I'm guessing, December, January, so I mean I've been sitting on it for about 4 or 5 months. Heisselmeity's not a huge fan of coriander, but I imagine he bought one anyway just to try it. But that's probably already happened, and the chances of me reviewing this with the guys is probably slim to none. So I'm going to take a look at this one myself. Let's pop the top off this thing. A little bit of smoke coming off of that one, popping it open. I got it in my Cameron's glass. It's very pale. Yellow straw color. Would have expected a little bit more orangey hue from it, considering it's a wit beer. Well, maybe not. I mean, you do get that haze as well. Ew. Yeah, a lot of the sludge is at the bottom here. Oh well. Looking at that, I mean, there is that wit beer haze. Yeah, I suppose you get that straw yellow color in like a Hoegaarden or something. I think Hoegaarden is almost so white that it's almost pale, like completely white. Whereas this one here maybe just a bit darker. I'm thinking more Hefeweizen's got the orangey appearance. Give me a break, I'm a little bit of practice. Hardly any carbonation coming up inside the beer. I came up with one figurehead, which is dissipating gradually here. It's not a lot of carbonation in this thing at all. It's kind of disappointing considering this is a wit beer. Usually wheat beers have a lot of carbonation, so let's give it a sniff. Very tannic, tangy orange. You get more maybe like orange pulp than anything else in an orange peel. You get a moderate amount of coriander poking up in the smell there as well. Mild sweetness. Overall, you get like maybe a touch of like brown sugar sweet, along with those typical wit beer smells of the orange and the coriander. And that slightly, like gravelly, grainy dustiness that you get from the wheat. I'm like sniffing bran flakes. Overall, it smells pretty good. Down the hatch. Cheers. A little bit of a syrupy sweetness in that. It's light and poofy. I get a cereal grain wafting after the aftertaste. A light amount of orange peel in that. Again, it's mainly more like orange pulp. It's very light. The sweetness is maybe not quite cloying, but a bit much to make it truly refreshing. And I usually like having quite a bit of flavor in my beers, but when it comes to a wit beer, when I compare something like this to Hoegaarden, which is kind of like the archetype of the style, like the big one, even though it's an Anheuser-Busch product, it's still a decent beer. I think there was like a revolt in the town of Hoegaarden, Belgium, that prevent, like, as soon as they changed the recipe, there was a town revolt, and they had to change the recipe back to make people happy. Can't say I blame them. Can't cheapen up too much a quality product that was meant to, that's well loved. They tried that with Coke in the 80s. But that one, when it comes to wheat beer, I kind of want something a bit more refreshing than that, and I'm not finding this very refreshing because of that sweetness. As I drink more of it, I get more of like a gentle hop taste in here. It's kind of like that herbal, like the herbal kind of, maybe not quite like oregano, but it's that Hallertauer kind of hop smell, the taste in the back. And overall, it's not bad. I think it's probably in the same ballpark as like Rickard's White, which isn't saying much. I mean, it's not horrible beer or anything. It's just, it's not what I would consider my favorite Hefeweizen. There might be, or not Hefeweizen, Belgian Wit. It's not my favorite Belgian Wit, and I can think of other better ones that I've had, like Blanche de Paradis or Hoegaarden from Hoegaarden. Oh, there's the carbonation. Oh, yeah, it's like her. Yeah, it gets carbonated as you drink it. So it's in there. It's just not boiling over when I opened it or poured it. Anyway, for rating, hard pressed. I'd have to say I'd either drink this or Rickard's White, and I think I gave Rickard's White a 3.5. So I mean, it's good beer. It's definitely worth drinking. 3.5 out of 5 from me. I can't give it worse than Rickard's, but I wouldn't necessarily, like, I would drink either or. I wouldn't drink one or the other. I personally prefer a Hoegaarden. Anyway, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review of Mill Street's Belgian Wit. Talk to you folks later. Cheers.